Welcome to today's video. Today we will be talking about eating for exercise. What to eat before training, what to eat after training. Do you have to eat during training? Today we will be covering all of your questions. So let's get started.
One of the biggest benefits of exercise is improved sleep, better sleeping quality, and falling asleep easier. The next benefit is improved body composition. Think less fat and more muscle, more toned, lean body mass. Another wonderful benefit of exercise is how it boosts immunity. This can keep the whole family strong and healthy. Exercise also keeps your bones strong by improving bone density. The last benefit for today is how it reduces the risk for lifestyle-related diseases like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, certain cancers. It improves mental illness by decreasing anxiety and depression, and it positively influences your lung function. To be honest, exercise's benefits goes on and on. So how long should we exercise to achieve these benefits? For general health and well-being, we have to aim for 220 minutes of exercise per week. 150 minutes should be of moderate effort and 70 minutes should be vigorous effort. For weight loss, we should increase our total activity minutes per week to 300 minutes. 225 minutes should be moderate effort and 75 minutes should be of vigorous effort. The activity minutes can be spread out over the days of the week. Ideally, a session should not be shorter than 10 minutes.
But wait, what is moderate effort and what is vigorous effort? Moderate effort is when you can still keep a conversation going. It is when you feel your effort level is about a 5 or 6 out of 10. When you feel your heart rate increasing slightly and your breathing also becomes a little bit faster. This includes activities like spring cleaning the house or brisk walking, or even when you are cycling lightly. Vigorous exercise is that type of exercise you know you can't do for long periods of time. That is when your effort level is more 8 or 9 out of 10. When you feel your heart rate beating very fastly and you are experiencing heavy breathing so that you can't even speak anymore. This includes activities like running or hiking in very difficult terrains, even intense sport games like an intense soccer game. It also includes the activities where we do strength training, so weightlifting for example. Alright, so we know why we should exercise, we know how long we should exercise for health or whatever your goal is, but what should we eat?
We should always continue eating a well-balanced diet to keep our bodies fresh and full of energy. Throughout the day, our diet should contain carbs, protein, fat, and fluids, as each of these ingredients play a vital role. Carbs are our primary energy source. Protein speeds up recovery. And fat, well, that is another essential part for good energy levels. And fluids can get lost during the exercise session via our sweat, so we must make sure that we replace the losses. If we consume a well-balanced diet with lots of variety, it will also support optimal function and performance during our exercise.
Fueling my training. The type of fuel you need for the training depends on a lot of things. Firstly, what is the duration of your training session? What is your goal? Would you like to lose fat, gain muscle, manage your weight, or improve fitness? This also influences the type of fuel. Another thing is, how fit are you? How old are you? Are you male or female? So basically, if you plan to compete professionally, I would suggest that you go to a dietitian to just get a meal plan specifically calculated for you and your goals. Otherwise, the plan will be ineffective and it can even be dangerous. One of the biggest factors to also consider is what type of exercise are you planning on doing. This influences the types of fuel your body needs. Let's take a look at the first category. This is resistance and strength training, as well as sudden fast bursts of energy like sprinting 100 meters. In this category, there is no oxygen involved. Your body simply takes what it has available. When we are lifting a weight, the muscle uses all the energy that it has stored in that muscle. It can also just grab some energy from the bloodstream. The second category is endurance training, like running a marathon. In this category, a lot of oxygen is involved and needed to convert the different nutrients in the body into the energy your body needs for this endurance training.
Pre-workout or before your workout, you should nourish your body, as this can enhance performance and speed up recovery afterwards.
We want to ensure that we are hydrated, we are full of energy, but we also don't want to eat too close to our training session, as this may cause some discomfort for some people during the training. It is, however, different for each person, but generally we wouldn't want to eat in the last 30 minutes before you start an exercise. The pre-workout meal is essential if the training session would last for 60 minutes or longer. So what should your pre-workout meal look like? It should contain carbs, protein, and some fluid. The carbs should be low in fiber, because a high fiber carb can lead to you running to the loo the whole time, and it may also cause some abdominal cramps and discomfort during the training. The protein portion should be small, because high amounts of protein can also cause some abdominal discomfort during the training session, so keep it limited. Fluids is very essential because you want to be hydrated when you start your session. You can usually use your thirst as a guideline, and within the 4 hours before training, you should ensure that you take frequent small sips of clean water. If you feel 2 hours before your training session that you are still very thirsty, you might want to increase that intake. But we never want to overhydrate, because this can also be very uncomfortable. Then you will be running to the loo during your whole session, and it can be a little bit dangerous due to electrolyte imbalances that may follow. Examples of a pre-workout meal are rice or corn cereal with low-fat milk, a piece of fruit, white bread with some jam, or even a couple of jelly babies.
Moving on to nutrition during exercise, we aim to enhance performance, sustain long activities, and help to recover easier afterwards.
If your training session is only 1 hour long, then you can rinse your mouth with a sugar-containing drink, like a sports drink, but you don't need to swallow it, because that amount that your body absorbs while you are rinsing it through your mouth should be enough to give you energy for that 1 hour's exercise. If the exercise session is longer than that 1 hour, and especially if it's longer than 90 minutes, you need to supply your body with extra energy in the form of glucose. This you can find in carb gels. You will need to take 1 per hour, or jelly babies, 5 to 6 jelly babies per hour. You can also consider a sports drink. Fluids are also very important during your exercise, especially if the training exercise will be longer than an hour and if it's in heated and humid conditions. If the session would be longer than 90 minutes, you also might consider following a rehydration strategy calculated specifically for your body.
Done with training. Now we can focus on replacing losses, refueling our energy stores, and helping our muscles to recover so we can be ready for the next session.
Ideally, you would want to consume your post-workout meal within 30 minutes after the exercise. The post-workout meal should contain carbs, protein, fluids, and electrolytes. The carb should be a high GI carb, so a simple carb to replace any energy that it lost during the exercise. The protein is important to replace the muscle stores with some energy. We need fluids because we have high fluid losses when we exercise, and we want to replace that along with the electrolytes to get it all in balance again. Examples include a white bread sandwich with some peanut butter, some yogurt, or my ultimate favorite is a chocolate milk because it contains some proteins, it has fluids, and it has that nice simple carb you need. After the post-workout meal has been consumed, you can continue with your normal diet for the rest of the day. But remember, now we want to go back to choosing low GI carbs. Although the use of some supplements may prove some benefit, you need to consider the benefit to risk ratios before you start using any of these supplements. We also would want to consider talking to our doctor before we start with any supplemental plan. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned a lot about eating for exercise.